Yo, what is up, loud and proud crowd? Hope you guys are doing absolutely fabulous. I just got done posting yesterday's video a little bit ago. I'm actually out in the barn right now working, and in that video I mentioned how a guy named Travis, thanks again man, sent me a part for my truck. There's the part. Let me show you where it is on this truck, just in case there's some new people who don't remember yesterday. Those of you who may understand what it is. Anyways, cross member that goes over the fuel tank in the back of these trucks. Basically, he had an old frame that he was just getting ready to trash, and so he said, hey man, I saw you needed this part. You want me to ship it to you? I said yes. And so here it is. He got it shipped in, and super fast, by the way. So thanks again, man. What we're going to be doing is basically going to be sanding this down and then chassis sabering it. On my truck, it is not this side, but it's this side right here is completely rusted, gone. So basically, the strength in here is just solely, you know, the sides basically, because the whole front face is just rotted away. That side on this one actually still has even the paint on it, and this one, the only thing wrong with this side is very minor surface rust and then the paint chipping off. So basically that's really good. So we're gonna take this, sand the thing down with the grinding wheel, and then chassis saber it, and just to kind of get that just done, because that's gonna need done anyways. This isn't gonna be the whole video. This is just a segment that I'm gonna add into the rest of the video tomorrow. So hopefully you guys get something out of this maybe, but I'm just gonna go about sanding this and chassis sabering it and kind of getting it cured so that when the truck's back I get the bed off and all that stuff, and I gotta do the whole rest of the frame. That part's just ready to go all the way around. It's all sealed up and I can just drop it in. Okay everybody, well we just finished up the coating this one, not really super heavy, but one solid coat on this. The only thing that I did is wrap tape around this one threaded portion of this, other than that, and that is for your fuel tank strap, and so basically that's why I have that coated. Other than that, yeah, just got one good solid coat on the thing, and we will be back out here tomorrow to probably coat this again and maybe do a little bit more work on that truck. So I'll catch you guys back in the morning. Good morning guys, back out here at the barn, and I'm going to be, well, I need to go get some like foam sponges or something so I can take another couple coats to this thing, because the brushes that you use, I've used 2 different brushes for using on this. I already kind of knew this was gonna happen, but they're just ruined after using. Like, you can't clean them and reuse them. Like, they're just trashed, and they're totally solided up and everything. So like, you can't reuse the brushes. Whatever you plan on using, just be prepared to throw it out, because that's what you're gonna have to do. But here's what this part looks like after one coat, and just sat last night. And I poured way too much of that stuff in that container. I thought I was gonna be able to use more of it, and I didn't. So that kind of sucks. But it does not take much to get coats of this stuff on. Like, I poured, I don't know, 5 ounces worth of that stuff in that container, and that was way too much. So just a good rule of thumb: don't pour too much of that crap when you're doing this, because it doesn't really take a lot. But a question that I had, and I thought I would ask this now versus the day of when I'm installing this, and then I ask it in the video, but then I just do it anyways because I don't really have time for any kind of responses from people who might have a little bit better insight. This is not the bolt I'm going to be using, or will be using for sure, or anything like that, but the size of the bolt, the 1/2-inch bolt, just for, I don't know, just for a reference. When I go to put this back in my truck, Okay, these holes are 1/2-inch holes, right? You gotta play with them a little bit, but that's, I mean, that's the size that needs to be to fill that hole. Now what I'm trying to ask is, when I gotta put this back in, if you go and look on these trucks, obviously they don't use just bolts like this. They have like these, I don't know, they're like these 1/2-inch pins, and I don't know all the reasoning. These are probably, I guess, stronger maybe or something. I'm trying to figure out what I need to do and what I need to have when I put this back in, because I obviously don't know where I'm going to get pins like this again, or how they put them on there, how they install them, or anything like that. But basically, is it all right if I just get, obviously they've got to be shorter, they got to be more like, I don't know, less than a little bit less than half this length. But is it all right to just use a 1/2-inch bolt per se, a lot shorter, for, you know, here, and that center one down there, and just have it bolted up with, you know, a lock washer and stuff like that? Or does it have to be with those pins? Like, I don't know where I would get one of those pins, or how, or like, I have no idea. Like, I can't, those are factory, so I don't really think I can get those again, but I don't know for sure. So if you guys could fill me in, that would be awesome. I'm just trying to figure out what makes sense, what would be the best thing, because I don't see why it'd be a problem to use this, but I'm also not a guy designing these trucks, or a guy that works on these all the time who understands 100%, you know, the stresses that these take. So maybe these are not an option because maybe this goes through a lot of stress. I mean, I don't know. So if you guys can fill me in on that, that would be great. Or if this would not work, what would you use? Send me possibly photos or a link, more like a link probably down in the comments, say this is the exact, you know, blank that you're going to want to use when replacing the cross member. So if you guys can help me out with that, that would be awesome. So do you ever just randomly have, you know, this moment when you're just like bored, you're trying to figure out what you want to do, you start just looking around and you start popping up with these stupid ideas? I was just out here dorking around and I was thinking, I'm like, man, I wonder if I can make my own custom looking stack for the back of this red truck, you know, just for total laughs. It's obviously nothing that's gonna stay. The truck's gonna get a full exhaust system, but I'm like, I wonder what we have around the house and around the farmyard. I can make a goofy looking stack. No, I'm not gonna leave this like this, but I grabbed this old, not gutter, but I guess drain for the gutter, you know, up on the side of the barn. I grabbed that and I'm like, I wonder if that thing would fit. It fits like a T. I mean, it fits perfect, snug around the thing. It's supposed to be square, but when you like scrunch it together and then it like rounds out, it's a perfect 4-inch. And I was like, no freaking way. So I thought it was funny, and I'm looking around, I'm like, how can I make this to where we can get almost like a bend in it, and then I could have like make a stack go up the back of the truck, you know, just this is just for laughs, just to have fun, just kind of like mess around with stuff, get your mind going, just kind of dorking around with things like this. And I was thinking, I'm like, dude, I've got an idea that it would probably sound like crap because it's that thin, cheap metal junk. I'm totally about to do it. So let me, oh my gosh, leave a like on this video just because this is gonna be hilarious. I'm just going to mess with that right now, try to get the measurements, cut it down to size, see if I can make anything out of it, and then we'll get back and see if we can make something happen. This is gonna be fun. so I went from wanting to try to make like a diamond stack, which totally did not work, and it wasn't even diamond anyways. By the time I was getting it put together, it was like square. But basically, it was just not holding together, it was not lining up. Just a big hassle, wasn't working. And, you know, I was trying to mess around with that, trying to cut, you know, a different section of this gutter, I don't even know what you want to call this, gutter drainage or something, but anyways, to try to make it fold in to where I can make a bendable piece to where the stack can go straight up versus pointing straight out the back, looking pretty stupid. Regardless, it's going to look stupid and goofy, but it's just for fun, just for laughs. But I found this piece, which is the piece I was looking for the whole time, hidden back behind that pile of junk. And I remember we had a piece somewhere in the barn that was like that I could use, and I just couldn't figure out where the thing was. And I finally figured out where it was at. And so basically I've got it, and it's all tacked together. I've got 4 self-tapping screws all the way around, and it's holding up nice. Now all I have is the 2 coats of black, satin black, like a gloss paint on it. And do I need to paint it? No, because it's probably gonna chip off anyways because it's not heat tolerant. It's gonna be really goofy, and it's really just, it's just for laughs, so nobody get too serious or butthurt over this. But basically what we're gonna do is just fit the thing on here and then have it shooting straight up behind the truck. Now, basically, I'm not sure how it's gonna stay up there. I'm not sure if it's gonna hang on, if it's gonna fly off, if it's gonna, I mean, I don't know what's gonna happen, but it's gonna be funny, and it's just gonna, I think it'll just, I don't know, if it stays on there, that'd be awesome. That just for laughs and just until we get the exhaust system on. But if it doesn't, I'm not gonna be too butthurt over it. It's just for fun anyhow. Gonna wait till that's dried, and then I'm going to get it on the back of the truck. It is done. I haven't started it up yet. Let me give you guys a look at it. Boom. This is the dumbest thing. Right there. I've got a stabilizing wire. This is just like, I don't know, just copper wire for like wiring, whatever, ground wires and crap. I've got that ran over to there. You can see that. I just got that stabilized there, just so the stack doesn't, like, you know, start tipping over this direction. And I've got a self-tapping screw on this side, the far side, and underneath. Then I've got also pulled down tight to this hanger right here, just so like it's stabilized and it's not going to go anywhere, you know what I mean? So that's all good. Have not started it up yet, and I tried to get as center, like as straight as possible. It's still tilting just a tad bit in, but it was tilting like out bad. So since I got the stabilizing wire on the far side, I can tip it back out a little bit, but it's not going to let it, like, you know what I mean, completely go out. Yeah, that looks a little bit better. So okay, let's get this thing started up. I'm actually like super kind of nervous about this. I don't know how this is gonna go, but I want to get it started up and then I get it pulled out of the barn. So I'm going to actually set the GoPro up. Where do I want to set this? I'm gonna set it maybe up on the cabin. I don't know how the audio is gonna be, so I'm gonna apologize right now in case it's bad, but I'm just gonna set it right here next to it. That is hilarious. It sounds like total crap. It just sounds a lot quieter is all. I'm gonna get it pulled out of the barn here. To be honest, guys, it just makes it a ton quieter. It's also, I mean, it's the same diameter as the pipe, but it's just the type of, it's not exhaust pipe, the type of pipe that it is, the gutter stuff, it's just basically tin. It just has it super quiet. Listen how quiet this is. It's so quiet. It's almost like you put a massive muffler on it. It's weird. I'm gonna set the camera up on the back here. Sorry, it's raining, it might get on the lens, but I'm gonna set it back here and get a couple rev. I'm gonna set the camera up on something different just to make sure that the audio comes out nice and it's not shaky or anything like that. So I'm gonna get the camera set up on this thing. The old granny chair. I don't know how much you guys love the granny chair. You get some rips from right here. This should be a good angle. Well, it's a lot of fun, that's for sure. It sounds a little bit stupid, but dude, I don't care. It's funny. It is funny. You know, it just matches the way this build looks all together right now. Like, it's just, I would almost say it looks out of place, but to be honest, it kind of matches the way the whole thing's turning out right now. Just kind of goofy, but it's not like it's hurting anything, you know what I mean? Like, you can just take the thing off at any time. It's not a big deal. And I don't know if any of you guys know this, but this truck, if you read this here, electric sliding rear window. This truck has an electric sliding rear window, which was obviously an aftermarket thing that he did because it wasn't an option back in '96, but look at this. You want to hear your exhaust pipe. A lot quiet. That's kind of cool. I had no idea what that was, and we didn't know what the switch was for. And then when I took the bed off, I saw the sticker down there. Took the cap off and the bed off. I saw a power sliding rear window, and I was like, what the heck? I just tested it out, and that's what it is. That's what that switch is. So it's kind of cool. Let's see if these windshield wipers work. Yep, they do. You know, it just kind of sucks, you know, because like what I want to be doing every day and what you guys want to see every day can't always be what I'm able to do every day. So I hope you guys can understand that. I get a lot of people, you know, like, dude, why aren't you doing build stuff? Why aren't you doing build stuff? Like, if you have trucks, you should be doing build stuff every single day. That's what we want to see. And I know what you guys want to see. Trust me, I know what I want to see being produced, and that's a lot of projects every single day. Nothing ever stops. But I'll be honest, if I did stuff all the way the viewers wanted or all the way even I would want, dude, I would be bankrupt in a week if I produced as much build content as I wanted to. Because I would have no problem spending money if I really was just being not smart about it and I was just thinking, oh, what's cool or what's going to be super entertaining or just fun or, you know, lots of build stuff really fast. But I try to do things to where I still can create some kind of content for you guys, some kind of piece of entertainment, but you're going to have days in there where it's not all super strict build stuff, and then there's going to be days you'll have a time where I'll go for a week straight and it'll be all build stuff. So just kind of how it is. I know I haven't done a lot of build stuff in a little while here in terms of actual build stuff versus just entertaining content, and there should be some stuff coming up here for sure. My truck's going to be out of the shop soon. We're going to get the bed off that, sand, paint, I mean all kinds of stuff is going to be coming on that. Some new parts I got to put on it, and then that truck's going to be selling. Got some new stuff coming into the picture here soon. Not going to expose that yet, but a couple people already kind of know what I'm leaning towards and what I'm going to do in my idea. But I know there's a lot of people that aren't going to understand that yet, and that's because I haven't really fully revealed it. I'm going to save that for another video. This did get not hot. I mean, I can touch it and it's not going to burn me, but did get a little bit warm. Paint didn't chip off though, so I mean, well, not yet. It's only been on there, I don't know, 45 minutes. Holding up just all right. This little tin slash of gutter or storm drainage stack, I don't even know what you want to call that thing. And then also Travis, the guy who hooked me up with this cross member for my truck, we got that sanded down last night, got it all painted up with the chassis saver. I also wasted a lot of chassis saver, which is just awesome because I've got 2 trucks that need to get coated. But anyways, this turned out great, you know. Got a really good finish on it. I mean, the thing looks like a brand new part. So thanks again, man. Really appreciate it. If you guys ever think that there's a part that I need that I'm kind of, you know, talking about, or you guys might just have it laying around. I mean, don't feel like you need to go out of your way to spend money. I'm not saying anything like that. But let's say, you know, like he said, he had a frame that he was getting ready to scrap, and he saw that I needed a part, so he just shipped it out. Like, that kind of stuff helps out so much, because like I don't know where I would have got one of those parts, you know what I mean? So it's just one of those deals. So I just really appreciate that kind of stuff. If you happen to see a part, like an old part, it doesn't need to be, you know, brand new, spend a bunch of money. I'm not saying like that. If you just happen to have something like that laying around and you see that I need it or something, or I'm, you know, I'm trying to look for something like that, feel free to message me. Let me know if you have it. I'll even pay you something for it. Like, it's not a big deal. Like, I'm totally cool with that. Just let me know if you happen to have stuff like that laying around that I happen to need at the time or something like that. Feel free to message me on Instagram and my direct messages, stuff like that. So cool. And guys, I was being serious about plasti dipping this thing. In yesterday's video, I asked, what should we do if we plasti dip the thing? And I had thought personally, gunmetal gray or something like that would be sweet, or like a matte gray. Like, I'm like, that would be sick. And I'm like, okay, well, I got a spray gun that I can hook up to an air compressor. Like, what can I use? If I bought some Plasti Dip, what color should I go with? And some guys are saying gray, some dudes are like, dude, do hot pink, or some dudes like, do neon green. Like, what would you want to see? I think somebody said orange. What would you want to see on this truck? And it's not hard to get off. People, you know, were saying, oh, don't put Plasti Dip, you're going to ruin the truck, it's going to be too expensive, and then it's not going to come off. Dudes, I Plasti Dipped a lot of crap, you know, well before I even started doing the truck channel thing. This stuff comes off so easy. I even demonstrated it out on the truck bed out there. You spray it on as long as you have clean edges, and the stuff just masks right off. So it's not a big deal. You know what I mean? And if there's any like little flaky edges or stuff where there's like, you know, Plasti Dip still on there, I mean, when we get the thing painted, they're gonna have to completely sand everything down anyway, so it's not a huge deal. What color would you want to see on this truck? I'm thinking something crazy, almost like matching the same color that we have on like the Arctic Cat on this truck for Plasti Dip. I don't know if that's an option, but dude, imagine this green. By the way, this four-wheeler is for sale, and I had a guy message me about it the other day, which kind of reminded me, if you want this four-wheeler, hit me up. My dad was asking $7,000 for it. To be quite honest with you, the first guy to show up was $6,500. They can have it. It's got low hours, four-wheel drive, all that good stuff. It's a 1,000 EFI, sweet four-wheeler. We did the bumpers on it, the gun racks, the winch, stuff like that. It's got the nice wheels, nice tires. I mean, look at these tires. The tread is like still squared and boxy. Like, it's not even like wore down. You know what I'm saying? Like, the thing did not get used a lot. So if you guys want the thing, hit me up. It's just got some dust and dirt on it because we don't use it a lot. So it's just kind of sitting there collecting dust. If you're interested, we'll take it to a shop, get a full service on it, make sure everything's checked, and then we will sell it to you. No problem. Hit me up in the DMs or email me about that thing if you're interested. First $6,500 cash that shows up can have it. Let me know down in the comments below if you would want to see this thing Plasti Dipped. It'd be like $150, at the most $200 to get the thing Plasti Dipped, and I would just do it here in the garage. I think it'd be a fun, cool project. I mean, or we could do blue. I mean, you could, whatever you think we should do. Take a vote down there. Let me know what you guys want to see. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please hit that like button. Leave your comments below. If you have not yet, join the family, bro. Subscribe. Catch you guys tomorrow. Peace.
Doing what I love, going day to day, but I know it takes time and I'm patiently waiting. Sometimes I contemplate, cause one day you feel so close and the next is out of sight. But I know I gotta hold on tight to go back to just going out every night. Like, if I'm about to let it go now, I can live alright, live a normal life, doing 9 to 5. But I know I'm more than that. I gained this skill, wasn't born with that. At the end of the life, it's a memory.